Hey there, it's Jackie Bros.
Hey everybody, it's Dunlap.
We hope this lovely holiday season is treating you right. I hope it's a few people getting treated right anyway.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah?
I don't know, Jackie. Maybe this whole Christmas thing's been done to death.
We may be done to death.
I've been alive for 26 years, and I think
And
that
some, yeah. A few years and more than that.
I don't know what else I'm going to get out of it.
We may get out of it. That's all it is to some people. What I get out of it, what I get as a present, that's what they bring up, teaching children. It's all about getting stuff. You need to know the true meaning of this time of year.
Yeah, I got that too. I think I've got the tree down. I understand what that's about. I've seen it.
Well, it ain't all about Christmas tree. Christmas tree not to look at. I like pretty lights, everything like that. Yeah,
I've seen the lights. I've heard the songs.
Yeah,
a million times.
Hear all those songs.
I know kids get presents and Santa Claus, and don't forget Jesus is the reason for the season.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know really. I think everybody got the point by now.
Well,
I don't know why we go through this every year. Or do we expect a different outcome?
What do you mean outcome? It's
You
your
know
time for Christmas. It's your time for people to at least try to get along. I know that ain't happening in this world no more, but
hello.
you need to get You need to get yourself down to a bookstore. I don't know where theirs are. I don't think we got one here.
I think we got rid of them all,
Yeah.
and good riddance.
What do you make good riddance? You get on the computer, I guess that's how you got to get it. Walmart got a book section, and I tell you what, this much out here, Walmart, there's about 4 or 5 Walmarts surrounding the area, and you get to the book party section, and you get any book with Miss Sarah Palin on it, and that's going to set you straight on Christmas. Sounds like they're winning the war on Christmas, and they done took you out, is what it sounds like to me.
I guess I need...
you just a casualty of war.
Maybe that's what I'll watch this Christmas, Casualties of War.
What?
Trying to figure out what I'm going to watch on TV this Christmas. Maybe I'll get...
It ain't about what you watch on TV. Sure, there's good stuff every Christmas. There's things to look forward to every Christmas, like, what's the one? He loses all money.
Mm-hmm.
And his family, he dies, and the angel tells him, I can't for the life of remember it. He dies, and the angel says, you never did ever live.
Are you talking about that movie where Al Pacino is the devil?
No, but it's like that in that the angel comes. It's not the devil. It's the same thing except with angels. And he tells him, look, I know you don't like Christmas, but you never did live. You never were alive to begin with. That changes his tune. I remember that much. He got what was coming to him.
Are you talking about Oh God, You Devil again?
No, ain't no devil in this one. It's just the angel in it. There's no devils in it. It ain't
Michael.
No, this old Michael Dancing Angel. I know that one. This one's old, black and white.
Gary Coleman is an angel in that cartoon.
Gary Coleman? No, this is old. It's an old movie, black and white.
Charlie's Angels?
No, it ain't. Angel for Christmas or something, and it comes back, and his little brother, his ears messed up. I can't remember stuff coming out of his ear. That's all I remember. But, and the angel tell him that never did happen. Your ear
Star
never
Trek?
did.
Star
no,
Trek?
It ain't Star Trek. No.
Stuff thing in the ear? Thing goes in the ear?
Something come out the ear. Didn't nothing go in it, as far as I can remember. I remember him just crying like a baby, stuff coming out of his ear. Something wrong with his ear. His brother did it to him or something, poked him. I can't remember. But anyway, his ear was messed up, and he didn't like Christmas and said, I don't want to do it anymore. And the angel comes. You know, everybody knows what this is. I can't believe I can't think of the name of it. Angel comes, tell him you never were alive to begin with, so shut your mouth. Something like that, and then,
Grinch.
No, it ain't Grinch. Never mind. It'll be on TV.
Mickey Rooney Santa Claus? That one where Mickey Rooney Santa Claus?
I don't know what that one is. I don't know. I know Mickey Rooney, but I don't remember him.
Pinocchio?
Pinocchio?
I want to be a real little boy, and then he is.
No, it's not. Pinocchio cartoon. This isn't a cartoon. It's got, what's his name in it? He's in all of them. He sounds the same.
John Wayne.
No, it ain't John Wayne. This one's
Fred McMurray.
No, it ain't Fred McMurray. I can't think of I don't know all the names. From that time, I know John Wayne and
Eddie Albert.
Bogart. It wasn't Eddie Albert. I just can't think of. Wait, it's Henry Fonda. You know him.
Harry Fonda?
Henry Fonda.
Oh! On Golden Pond.
Yeah, that's when he's old, but this is a long time ago, black and white. He gets something messed his ear up.
Grapes of Wrath.
He's in that one too, yeah, but this ain't it. This has got Christmas in the name of it. It's something Christmas.
Oh, the Christmas Grapes of Wrath?
No, it ain't the Christmas Grapes of Wrath.
I thought maybe they made a sequel.
No, they didn't make no sequel.
They didn't make a sequel where things got worse?
No, it's every Christmas it comes on over. It used to be you'd be on every channel. Then, TV channels got a hold of it or something. That it don't come on but once, which that's is enough. You don't need to. I remember Christmas, you'd flip a channel. It's on that one. I've seen it before. It's a good movie, but I don't, they just show it one time now. They used to show it over and over again all through Christmas.
Let me ask you this. Is Snoopy in it?
Snoopy? What? It's an old black and white movie. It's Henry Fonda, and his ear is told, something got stuck in his ear, comes out, and he hates Christmas. And the angel tells him, you never were alive. Never was happened.
Twilight Zone, it is.
It's kind of like it, yeah. But not, it's Christmas, Twilight Zone. I guess that ain't the name of it. I can't remember.
Is it a Bewitched?
No, it ain't a TV show. It's an old movie. When it come out, there wasn't no TV, I don't think. I think it's that old.
Older than TV.
I believe it is. I don't know for sure. I saw it on TV. It's the only place I ever saw it, though, so I may have to back up my words on that. Never did see it, never heard of it.
Miracle on 34th Street.
That's it. That's
Santa
it right
Claus
there. That's it. No.
He never existed.
It's not Santa Claus, but it's on that street. That's it. That's Henry Fonda. It just blood, everything else coming out of his ear.
I don't know how I've missed this one, but it sounds pretty good. It sounds like maybe
it's
just
a classic. I've seen it enough. I mean, I can't remember it, but I remember, what I'm telling you, and that's enough. And it had a good message, because he turns out he gets to crying on Christmas, everything else. But it's good. I mean, it's a classic. I've seen it enough, like I said. But it used to be back in the day, you just turn the channel, there it is again, a different part of movie. But, I already seen that part. I've seen it enough. I don't need to see it again. I just can't remember the name. I'm getting up there in age, can't remember all that stuff.
I think we've seen a lot of these things enough. But we don't mind seeing
Well,
them
it don't
again.
sound like you've seen it because you don't know what it is, and also you don't know the meaning of Christmas.
Well, maybe I'll check it out. Maybe it's just a sort of flick that'll shake me out of my Christmas doldrums.
Well, you need something. If you sitting around saying I don't like Christmas, you need to. I don't know if anything's wrong with the ear. What you said, I'm through with it. That means you don't.
I'm kind of bored.
Well,
it's the same thing. They need to shake it up a little bit.
That's what everybody's trying to do. That's what people are trying to do. Shake it up. Take Jesus, God out of it. Just make it about toys and everything else. Like Black Friday. Nobody cares about Jesus on Black Friday. Not a soul does.
Well, it ain't Jesus Friday.
Jesus Sunday. I know that.
Jesus gets Sunday.
I know that, but I'm saying this time of year, it's about him.
Look, If God had wanted Jesus every day, he could have said that in the Bible. He has pages and pages to say that. He said Jesus Sunday.
I know that.
Even God knew overkill one day. So Friday, do whatever you want to.
It ain't about...
He didn't want to burn people out.
Look, Christmas is a whole December as far as I'm concerned. As soon as and that's something they play that music and movies too soon a lot of the times. But as soon as December rolls around, I say probably the second week of December, all the way to the New Year's, is about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and his birthday in the story of the manger. All that's in the Bible. There's plenty of that in there about it.
Oh yeah.
So he
Not as
did
much
talk
as you
about
would
it.
think.
Well, it's in there. It's an important part of it, and that's
I'd
what.
like a little more about that. Let's be
What
honest.
more do you need to know? Everybody knows Jesus Christmas story. Everybody knows it. What are you missing in that?
There's some interesting adventures I'd like to hear about.
There ain't no adventures. They wouldn't let him stay in a hotel. They had to go out back in a manger, had the baby, and the wise men come, followed the magic star, and the camels and all the animals kept quiet, and the baby king was born. That's Christmas. That's what it's really about.
Who else was at the inn?
What?
What was going on inside that hotel?
Who knows what was going on? It don't have anything to do with that. They didn't have no money.
See, I would like to see, if I was Aaron Spelling back in the 80s, I would have made a really cool TV movie called The Baby Jesus Hotel. And it'd be, cast a bunch of celebrities in it, different couples. What's their story? Where are they going? Are they all going to the tax thing, get counted, was that where they were going in the Bible?
Hotel movie that made, it was Bill Cosby, not to bring him up, Rich Pryor, who else? All of them in the same hotel.
Yes. That's what I'm talking
about.
They
played tennis and whatnot, but that's...
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Hotel New Hampshire.
That's it. Hotel. Them and a bunch of other TV people and movie people all go back and forth. I think Mash was in there. I can't remember all of them, but
you might be talking about the Four Seasons.
All
get a hotel at the Four Seasons.
There's always movies where a bunch of different people go to a hotel. You just saying put the manger out behind it, like they look out the window. Well, that's baby Jesus getting second fiddle, and that ain't going that.
Now, here's how you do it to appease the religious nut jobs. You say that you have, like Joanne Worley she's traveling to her daughter's wedding, who she doesn't like her son-in-law, and it turns out her son-in-law's single dad is also staying in a hotel, played by the guy who played B. Arthur's husband on Golden Girls. So they wind up getting together.
That ain't got nothing to do with...
But they get together because baby Jesus knows he's in the stable, and he knows already what everybody in that hotel needs. So maybe he works a little bit of magic.
Everybody needs love and everything Jesus talked about, all those things.
So let's say that Stan from the Golden Girls and Joanne Worley are going up on an elevator. They don't like each other. They're traveling to their kid's wedding.
This ain't got anything to do
in some far-off desert
They
nation.
already made Jesus movies. They made plenty of them, and they're about what they're supposed to be about, Jesus.
And so the elevator, Jesus knows these two just need some time to get to know each other. So, elevator stopped. How'd that happen? Well, they don't know. Out behind the hotel is a magic baby. I mean, magic baby capitalized, because Jesus, but he knows what's happening. He knows what the people in that hotel need, even if they don't know they need it themselves.
Well, if they need anything in the hotel, they call room service. You don't bother baby Jesus. He was just born that day. Good Lord.
Oh, call room service.
Have some respect.
Call room service. Guess who the bellboy's going to be bringing up your food?
What?
Damn old Paul Williams.
Who?
Paul Williams dressed up like a bellhop,
All
man.
right, I don't know who in it. Look,
Okay, I'm starting to get the Christmas spirit again. Okay, this is going to be good. I can't wait till this comes
as
on
silly
in my
as it sounds,
imagination.
it sounds like something probably was on TV in the 70s.
Baby Jesus Hotel. Charo in there.
Yeah, all those people back in when TV, was a shape of way a TV was. Now it ain't. I don't know, everything flat screen, big. TV used to be a box you turn on. Mine's still that way, still working. Color's a little off, but I don't need it all looking perfect.
Did the three wise men get to stay in the inn?
They didn't they didn't need to go to the inn. They come across,
Well, where'd they sleep?
I don't know. They probably just gave a presents and went on. I don't know where they went.
Well, if they were so smart, you'd think they'd have made a reservation.
It didn't have anything to do with them, whether they stayed there or not. It don't matter where the three wise men.
Three kings of Orient are racist. So
What?
they show up. You gonna let a king stay in the inn, right? Did they get to stay in the inn?
They turns to come find out that the inn wasn't. They gave him gold, frankincense, and myrrh. They was already in. They could have turned around and give that to the innkeepers, and they let them stay there for a month. But it ain't about all that. They had to learn what baby Jesus is about. Outside, he was poor, didn't have no money.
Milton Berle, Art Carney. Who would play the third wise man in the Baby Jesus Hotel? Milton Berle, Art Carney, Red Skelton. Traveling on a
I like all of them, but I don't think they.
Imagine Milton Berle trying to climb on a camel.
Hey, yeah, that's good. You don't need to put Jesus in that for it to be good.
Milton Berle stealing the camel's lines.
Right.
Camel's got more good lines than I got.
Anyway, there are all sorts of different things on TV around Christmas. And it doesn't hurt to watch some of those to get the Christmas spirit going.
Get your juices flowing.
Well, it sounds like that's what you need to do if you over it or whatever it is you said.
Yeah, you're right, Jackie. All I needed to do was start imaginary casting a 70s TV movie full of forgotten celebrities.
I know all makes you making fun of this. Look, it's baby Jesus was born, God was born this day. Have a little respect. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Just keep that in mind. Maybe if you thought about that more often, you'd be a better man, be better. And I don't do it enough. I don't mean to be no hypocrite on here. I don't go to church like I used to, but I tell you, when I do go, I'll wheel old Miss Sproles down there around Christmas time every year.
Also, I heard they got Starburst candy canes.
What?
So I need to find some of them.
Wait, candy canes?
Tastes like Starburst.
I don't know.
When you're wheeling Miss Sproles down to church, so one day a year you go like a hypocrite, stick a candy cane in her mouth. Make it more festive.
What?
See, I'm already coming up with good ideas how to improve Christmas. And I think...
you go do Christmas how you want to and leave everybody else out of it. Because you
I
ain't
can
gonna...
make Christmas better. Let me get let me have a rewrite.
Christmas don't need to be any better than it is. Christmas is Christmas. It is what it is. Don't need you adding anything to it.
I can give it a little juice. I can give it a little pizzazz.
Well, you keep all your juice over there with you. I don't want any of it in my Christmas, and I know most people probably wouldn't either.
I think people, once they got wind of what my Christmas juice tasted like, they'd be begging me to lay
Ain't
it on
nobody
their
want
tongue.
to taste your Christmas juice. I'm telling you right now.
Well,
Don't nobody
I
want
beg
it.
to differ. Maybe I'd need to do a little bit of advertising. Maybe if more people knew what my Christmas juice was like and how it tasted on their eager tongues. Then.
Well, I'm sticking to my eggnog, and that's all I need on Christmas drink. I don't want no juice, Dunlap juice, anything like it.
Well, suit yourself. You're the one missing out.
I ain't missing nothing. You the one missing out. You the one that said you were. I wasn't complaining about Christmas. Christmas is fine the way it is, as far as I'm concerned. Outside of people like you making fun of it and mouthing off over it, Christmas is fine.
See, you actually, Jackie, you kind of like that angel that comes down and talks to the man with the weird ear.
Right.
In that movie, The Hotel New Hampshire, you kind of inspired me to reassess my Christmas depression and figure out that all I was missing was you can't sit back and complain. You got to be a doer, not a screw youer. Like those people, just sit like say you're sitting in a drive-thru at McDonald's and you're like, this line's too long, screw you. No, don't be a screw youer, be a doer. Go in there and say, I'd like an application to work here. Work your way up. Become a manager at McDonald's.
What?
Fire everybody who worked there that day when you waited in that long line, and come up with ideas how to make the drive-thru better. That's where I would get bored with it because I don't want to work in fast food. I'm above that. I'm better than that. What I want to do is make Christmas better, and that's how I got the Christmas spirit again, by realizing I can just sit on here and talk and tell people my ideas about how Christmas would be better if I, say, for instance, wrote the nativity part of the Bible or gave people instructions on how to celebrate, like when you have a party, drink more.
Drink more? People do enough drinking already on the holidays. They don't need you to tell them to drink any more than they already are.
Get you one of them Starburst candy canes and a bit. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Are you Christmas sick?
I ain't sick. I had to cough. Got something got in my throat.
One of them nuts?
No.
You didn't get one of them nuts
I
in your
don't.
throat?
No.
Did you get one of them nuts in your throat?
I ain't eating any nuts. I ain't eating no potato chips, no nuts, no pretzels, nothing. I just had a cough. I don't know.
You didn't eat any nuts? What about these nuts?
I didn't eat any nuts. What the
right.
hell are you talking about?
These nuts.
What?
Am I doing that right? Jackie, did you have any nuts earlier?
I'm not going to sit here and entertain you over and over again asking the same thing.
Maybe I'm supposed to say these nuts?
What?
Christmas nuts. See, this is fun to me. This is how you make Christmas better. Fun Christmas jokes like that. Did you eat some of my Christmas nuts right here?
It ain't Christmas. It's nutcrackers. It's Christmas.
I can make that better, too. Bikinis.
What?
On everybody.
It's just a story for children. It ain't need to be any better. Nutcracker, he goes. Something with mice. I don't remember it all. I don't know it. It's Christmas stuff. I've seen it. It's just.
I think there's too much of this Christmas stuff, and if I was in charge of Christmas, I'd get to pruning some of this. Nutcracker, gone. Don't need it anymore.
Well, I wouldn't miss that. I'll give you that much, yeah. You gotta have old.
How many Santa Claus movies did they make with Tim Allen?
I don't know.
2? There's a Santa Claus 2, right? Keep that one, get rid of the first one. Already, our attention is so divided. We can't live a Christmas the way we need to. We can't.
That's for children anyway. Why you want to take something away from children?
Well, they all got ADD these days. They all on all sorts of medicine. Maybe if there weren't a million Santa Claus movies, they'd be able to concentrate on arithmetic. So get rid of one of them. How many Home Alones do we really need? The first one. That's the good one. Sorry, Tim Curry. You're gone.
Tim what?
Everything black and white gone.
No, because I just said.
Yep.
No.
Gone.
The one the Henry Fonda, his ears all tore up, is black and white. That's black and white. Everybody watches that every Christmas.
You cannot just keep. Some stuff's got to go. You got to update the canon. You can't keep this old shit lying around nobody cares about and feel an obligation to watch.
Somebody must care about it if they put it on every damn Christmas. Put it on all the time. Used to be on every channel. Somebody cares about it. Somebody watching it, because if nobody's watching it, they wouldn't keep putting it on. Everybody watches that on Christmas time. And certain things, just take it all away from them. Take the Grinch away from the children's.
People are going to kick at some of these suggestions, but when I'm Christmas czar, you'll have to listen to me.
There already is a Christmas czar, and I told you her name.
Well, I think Sarah Palin might agree with me on some of this. I have not read her manifesto.
I have a feeling she wouldn't. She got more than a manifesto. She got books and books on it. That woman has studied Christmas as much as politics. She knows just as much about Christmas and put all that information and what they're trying to do to take Christmas away from you, like you. You trying to take parts of Christmas away.
Parts to make it better.
Oh,
Jackie.
hell, that's where it starts right there. And before you know it, somebody's taking out baby Jesus. Just leave Christmas alone.
Consideration.
Oh, hell.
It's just the religious part. Listen, I'm thinking this is how people think. Hollywood, advertising agencies. If you came to them, I have a great idea for a national holiday. It's going to make us all $1 million. It's called Christmas. And they're like, what's it about? They'd be like, well, it's the baby Jesus born unto you this day, a Savior.
Yeah.
They'd go, I like it. Can we lose the religious parts? It's going to turn a lot of people off.
Let them be turned off. I know what Christmas is about.
Why do you hate commerce? Why do you hate capitalism?
You saw Black Friday, all that stuff. Commerce doing fine as far as Christmas is concerned. It's the rest of the days of the year that Obama's messed up. Christmas is doing okay. Besides people like you trying to take things away from Christmas, trying to get rid of Christmas altogether.
I don't want to take anything away Christmas needs. It's like Christmas has an extra finger. That extra finger ain't doing nobody no good. Now maybe
it ain't doing you no good. You don't speak for nobody but yourself.
Nope, I don't. But if I've learned anything, it's to trust my instincts.
Yeah.
And cut that finger off, Christmas.
If I've learned anything, I've learned to ignore whatever your instincts are.
I'm not talking about a Christmas extra finger that is super strong or has a cool long fingernail. I'm talking about an extra Christmas finger that doesn't really do anything. It's just skin, maybe a weird baby bone. Like, you won't cut that off. Come into my office. I'm going to flash freeze that finger, and then I'm going to, with some local anesthetic, I'm just going to very quickly saw that son of a bitch off. Now you have the right number of Christmas fingers, Christmas.
Christmas fingers?
Now your hand looks like something I can get a handle on and can make some money off of.
Oh, hell.
Too many
That's
fingers.
what it's all about with you. That's all you want to do is make money. That's the whole point. Baby Jesus is against that. It's about love for your fellow man, which, half of them act like you. I ain't going to love them. They're going to try to take away Christmas from me, and I'm supposed to turn the other cheek. And I know that's what Jesus says, but I had just about enough of it.
Well,
Christmas ain't even going to be what I remembered it being it already has changed a lot since I was a youngin'.
Well, when you go back to Russia and you tell your comrades how much you hate money, see if they'll let you celebrate Christmas over there. They won't.
It's fine to get some presents. I know I love to see smile on children's faces when they get what they want for Christmas. I ain't saying nothing wrong with that, but it can't be just about that. It's got to be more than just buying a present. Why are you buying that present? Why are you doing that? Because I'm giving something to somebody else. I'm trying to, help other people.
I don't know. He's branding, right? I mean,
that's your teachings to baby Jesus. You don't like it, fine.
Teachings. Listen, what you want when you say Christmas, you want somebody to say, what's Christmas about? You want them to be able to tell you in a sentence or less. Otherwise, your branding is muddled and confused.
Oh, fine. Just because your brain can't comprehend anything from a Bible or in a church or whatever it is, don't mean that other people don't have beliefs and know what Christmas is about. You can sit there and run your mouth all you want. You ain't going to change Christmas for a lot of people. You ain't changing it for nobody but yourself. And I say all power to you. Just change it however you want to in your own damn head. I don't give a damn anymore.
I will change it for myself to begin with. But ultimately, when I achieve all the power I've dreamed of, people will be forced to change and believe in the Christmas I envision.
Well, we need some more of that. We're
it'll be
dealing with that
fun.
already. We're already dealing with that on a regular basis.
Yep. In some ways, it's I kind of admire the way he's just seized control and has forced us all to march in lockstep or be banished. Wow, did I just become a Democrat?
Sounds like it to me.
Can I even
Let's
celebrate
go down
Christmas?
the checklist. You like Obama? Check. You want Christmas to be over. Change it where it ain't Christmas no more. That's 2. Atheist. That's enough right there for me to call you liberal. I don't need anything else aside from that. That's the 2 big things at the top. If you hate Christmas and like Obama, something wrong with you, and I say you're probably liberal. Sounds like it to me. I know something wrong with you anyway.
I don't hate Christmas. I just don't want people to celebrate it in their own way. And also, I don't like Obama, but I admire the way he forces people to do what he wants them to. Even if I don't agree with that, you have to say,
Well, he ain't forced me to do nothing. I ain't doing nothing that man wants. As a matter of fact, I try to set out every day to do exactly opposite of what that man says.
now look, Dick Cheney is back in the news, and he has been someone that we have admired.
Well, he
Sorta.
had a strong. He didn't have a good attitude. That's why people don't like Dick Cheney. Let's just get it out there. The way he looks, he talk outside of his mouth, looks mad all the time. He has reason to be mad these days, yeah. But I mean, when he was vice president, he just always ornery and mad, and still is since he been out of office. And people don't like that all the time. Now, when he talks bad about Obama, I like it, because at least he's getting the message out there, and it's good that he's mad about it.
Sure, it's a message no one's going to listen to because it's coming from him, but it's still good to get it out there.
Yeah, it may come across somebody. Sometimes strange places where, wisdom comes from sometimes. Strange places.
To me, George W. Bush, maybe he was a drag on Bush's public image. I think Bush, when people kind of turned against Bush there at the end, they're like, oh, we're sick of being in Iraq. We're sick of not having any money.
Yeah.
I think that maybe if he didn't have a Dick Cheney around, and Bush might have, if he could have had like a jolly Dick Cheney, if he could have replaced Dick Cheney with, say, like a Burl Ives. I mean,
Ives, what?
they don't look that different. If Dick Cheney was more like Burl Ives, if he had somebody who was Dick Cheney, but just with a guitar playing some funny songs, folksy, that would have gone a lot. Like Bush's uncle. Would that have surprised you if he said, I'm not going to have Dick Cheney be my vice president anymore. I'm going to get Uncle Buddy. Come on in, Uncle Buddy. You're vice president now. And
well, anybody wants. If you dealt with Dick Cheney every day, you'd probably get a little wore out too. Anybody wants something else after a while. Now, it don't matter how well he's doing his job or not. Just the way he looks, the way he carries himself, turns people wrong way. Bush ain't that way at all. Bush, nice man. Bush, as much as I want him to get that message out like Dick Cheney is about Obama, Bush is too good a man to sit there and spend his life just run somebody down, even though they need it.
Not Dick Cheney.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Dick Cheney's always that way, just mad at everything else. Always angry.
If you're always mad, it loses a little bit of the punch when you
really do get mad.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the point.
It's a boy who got mad at wolves.
Yeah.
Mad at this, mad at that, then
just
mad
at
all the
time.
Obama. It's like, well, he's mad at everything.
Yeah, that's what it is. Now, he's real mad about this torture stuff. You can tell.
Yeah, he is.
He's real mad. He's saying, I tortured, I'll do it again. I torture you, more or less. It's him talking to everybody. He just, when you get mad and talk about torture, it don't make it look any better than
No, you got to have like if Burl Ives came out and he started plucking his guitar, like, I'd like to sing a song about torture. Like, people would be like, well, let's hear this out. Let's see what he has to say. But Dick Cheney comes out, torture, torture. He looks like a monster. He does look like he's going to torture us. Like, give me a towel. You're
well,
next.
he's proud of it. He's like everything else. Now, I have different feelings on that. He didn't cut nobody's heads off. He didn't fly no planes and kill a bunch of people. Well, he did send planes places
He did,
to
you-
shoot
but
things down, but
he didn't start it.
he did. That's it. Yeah, that's right. He didn't start it, but you should have known better than mess with old Dick Cheney, because he ain't gonna let up. He'll do whatever he's got to do, and then some.
He really is defending this torture. If you want somebody, I don't know if this is a profession defending torture, but if you need somebody to defend torture, you're not going to find anybody better than Dick Cheney to defend it.
He's talked
as passionately. Now, you can find somebody put a better face on it, like we were saying.
Anybody, yeah.
An Osmond or a Muppet of some sort, but to passionately believe in torture, you're not going to find anybody better than Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
Doubling down on it.
Yes, sir. Well, you can't sit there and say I messed up.
You could. People do that. People do admit mistakes sometimes.
Well, then what kind of message is he sending to all those people he tortured if he says, I messed up?
Sorry.
Oh, hell. He ain't doing that.
No, that's kind of like,
you got tortured, and you were supposed to get tortured, and that's why it happened. That's a message.
Right.
Now, they say there's some people that didn't do nothing. That's what they're saying now. Now, what this report is, whether it's real or not, because there's a lot of what's the name behind it, so whatever. But the report says they got 26% of the people didn't do nothing, is what it's saying. But Cheney turned around and said, well, the people that I did torture, he said they should be mad at the ones that deserve the torture.
Well, why is that?
The people he tortured that they said were innocent. And it's 26% or something of all the people they tortured.
It's innocent. Didn't do nothing.
Well, why did they get tortured? He just said, the ones that did get tortured needed it. And had they not acted up to begin with, and those 26%, they never would have been in the mess they were.
So the innocent people just got rounded up because the guilty people, they just were in like the same building as the guilty people?
I think in the same places, yeah, probably a lot of the same places.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
He said it was for medical reasons they fed that guy.
What?
They did the rectal.
Oh, I don't want to hear about that.
Feeding. Well, you get sick. Ain't you ever been in a hospital?
I had
been
to go
fed
a couple
rectally?
times. No, they never did that to me. I've been sick before. I'd been about 3 occasions in my life where I had to stay over a night at the hospital, but I don't ever remember them. That's not how they fed me. They just brought me a tray with the awful food on it, Jell-O, broth, or whatever.
I bet you wish you had been fed rectally. Am I right?
Huh?
Instead of that hospital food.
Now, I don't understand that. Now, there's different religions and all sorts of stuff. I don't know how people do anything. He said it was for health reasons. Maybe I don't know.
So you're saying it could be a religious practice?
I don't know. People do crazy stuff all over the world. I don't know. He's saying it could be something other than torture. He's saying the nurse did it, or what? A doctor come in and said that's what.
Could be like somebody's first day.
Maybe got the wrong one. I don't know what went on.
Student nurse. Where's this go? There's only so many places it can go. Maybe she just chose the wrong one. Or he. I don't mean to be sexist.
Yeah. But it wasn't necessarily torture, is what Dick Cheney's saying, and I don't know enough about different customs or medical practices or any of that stuff. So I'm going to say, you know, the odds could be on, you know, old Cheney's sides on this one, because I don't know why anybody would do that. I don't even know why they do that to torture you.
Here's the problem with Dick Cheney defending torture. If he would just shut up, I think there are more people who don't like Dick Cheney than there are who don't like torture. I think there's plenty of people out there who are fine with torture. But when Dick Cheney starts defending it, they start rethinking their positions.
Well, it's just because of the way he looks and talks, but if there's anybody could give torture a bad name, it's just Cheney.
It ain't like Cheney. All Republicans like Dick Cheney.
Well, no, McCain don't like it. You know, he got up there, of course, a Republican, like you said, yeah.
It's like old McCain that the Democrats used to like up there, like, torture's bad. Which is pretty basic. That's a pretty basic thing to say.
Well, most people, you hope you ain't in a situation where that's necessary, you know. Dick Cheney, for whatever reason, thought he was, and he thought, I don't doubt that he thought he was doing what he thought needed to be done for America. We know that about Bush for sure. And if it involved putting a two wherever, so be it.
Dick Cheney says Bush knew about all the torture. The report said Bush didn't know about a lot of the torture, right? The torture report.
Something like the torture report said Bush wasn't keeping up with it or whatever. But I think he just didn't want to hear about it. It's what it was. Why would you? If they come into your office today, we took a tube and stuck it, you know where. I said, I don't want to hear about it. I'd be just like Bush. I'm
the president, man. Have a little decorum.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hear that. I don't care what your profession is, outside of someone, a nurse or someone that tortures.
There's pretty much only two professions where you would hear.
I don't know. I don't know.
Could there be any other profession where you stick a tube up somebody like that other than nurse or torturer?
Like I said, there's religious practices, everything else. There's things people do to each other. I don't know why.
That's true. Sorry, I forgot.
Well, I don't.
Sex workers, and probably out in California, is some sort of health fad.
Yeah, I don't want to hear anything about it.
So, I'm like, nurse, torturer, sex worker, California health fad person.
All right. Well, look at those. Torture's only one out of how many? So Cheney has a point when he says it was done for health reasons.
Yeah, there's a 1 out of 4 chance it was for torture.
Yeah, and that's all we come up with now. I mean, I don't want to sit here. It's nothing I want to ponder for too long, I'll say that much. I don't want to do any study on this. I'm happy with nurse. Leave it at that. Okay, I'll take it. I don't want to hear anything about, I mean, even if you sick, torture, sick, any of those things you mentioned, I still don't want to hear about what you do, if that's what it is you do. I don't want to hear about any of it. And neither did President Bush. Now, Cheney is saying he did know about it, but he could have been sticking his fingers in his ears. He could have been sitting there doodling. He could have done, there's a lot of things. I've been around you I don't know how long, and I've learned how to tune you out.
All right.
So Cheney may have been in the room and thought Bush paying attention.
And he's watching The View over Cheney's shoulder.
Could have been doing anything. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I'd tune out, too, if the conversation was, today we took this thing, stuck it wherever. I don't want to hear it either. And that's all we hear now on the news. We're going to hear about this over and over again. And that's why, because Democrats.
Worse than torture.
Yeah. Torture's bad. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't sitting to use torture. I don't believe in that. I hope nobody would do anything that. I know it's an awful world. Things happen. But as bad as torture is, I'll tell you what's worse is Democrat writing a big, old, ugly paper on all kinds of torture they think is just terrible, which everybody does, except, some people, Dick Cheney including. But it was them stuck it out there, because there's a lot of people said, well, it should have been done, but shouldn't have been released to everybody. And I guarantee you I know why, because if you read that torture paper, how long it is, which Dick Cheney said he didn't, by the way.
Why put yourself through that?
Well, he lived through it. I wouldn't want to read about it either. He's like, I know what's in that. I ain't got to read that. It's a waste of time.
I came in here every morning and told the president where it was going and who was doing it to him. I don't need a 400-page. How long is it? It's thousands of pages, right?
Thousands is what I think, yeah. There's evidently a lot of torture, or a lot of, Democrat making up torture. And between those two, I'd say it's probably about half and half.
So torture, we're going to have a torture Christmas, folks. Look.
No, I ain't going to have a torture Christmas. That's what the liberals wanted, and that's what they're getting. Let's try to distract people from the true meaning of Christmas. I got an idea. Let's put out a $5,000 pages. Probably cost more than that to write it up. I'm sure that's our tax dollars went to that. But they wrote up 5,000 pages about sticking something in somebody's you-know-what.
Just to make Republicans feel bad for voting for the right person. Well,
It
ain't going to work. I tell you what, this is a Christmas of people sifting through a lot of documents. You got the torture report. You got the Sony email hacks.
What is it?
The Sony email hacks.
Sony.
That North Korea, allegedly, got mad at Sony because they're putting out The Interview, a movie that makes fun of North Korean dictator.
They need to know that when you are America's enemy, we're going to put out movies, record songs, whatever. Like we did that World War II, all songs about Japanese people and cartoons, Daffy Duck, all of them beating up on all them little Japanese people.
That's probably not a good...
Well, I'm just saying, if you was America's enemy, they're going to make cartoons, songs, movies, everything else.
It's fine. The later you can do, Der Fuhrer's Face, make that song about North Korea. This is about him, the leader. They're not making fun of Koreans in this movie, I don't think. Potentially they are. I haven't seen it.
Well, if they are enemy, then you should have. That's what we do. That's what we always have done.
But not now. The people ain't our enemy. The leaders are your enemy. You can't make a bunch of racist.
Well, they following them, aren't they? If they doing whatever he tells them to, then I reckon they're just bad. Like if nobody listened to Hitler, didn't do what he said.
But then that means, Jackie, that all the people in the rest of the world who are like, Americans love torture, like every American tortured. Like if we went on a holiday, Jackie, over to, let's say, Belgium,
Yeah.
and we're walking down the street just having fun in Belgium, you and me hanging out.
I wouldn't go there, but yeah.
And somebody comes and, like, I don't know how they use a bathroom over there, but let's just say they don't have plumbing, and they just have, like, a chamber pot in there, and that's what they piss in. And they hear us talking our America talk, and they say, here's what I think of you torturers. And from an open 2-second-story window, they dump a pot of steaming hot Belgian piss all over us.
I don't want to have to hear that.
Then they would say we deserve it because we was doing whatever Bush and Cheney told us to do. Is that the same?
I was behind them, who else was going to take care of it at the time?
Not Obama, that's for sure.
Well, no, he couldn't. Thank goodness. Back then, he wasn't in a position to take care of anything.
But still, he didn't, did he?
No, he didn't. No, sir. He yeah. And everybody talk about how bad old Cheney is torturing. They don't bring up old Obama droning. They don't like it, which I don't have a problem with that if he's killing,
War is war.
It is. And a lot of terrible things happen during the war. Terrible things. Now, a lot's changed, I will say that. A lot of things changed because you're back in, talk about them Japanese earlier. After World War II, we killed, hung them, went on trial for war crimes.
The leaders.
Well, the people who did it, they got proof or whatever, did this or did that to prisoners.
Now,
And a lot of the stuff that they did back in is what China did.
well, a lot of people think he should be up for war crimes.
Oh, what good is that going to do? Everybody's saying, I want them in. What good is putting Dick Cheney in prison going to do? Everybody right now, I want to see Dick Cheney in prison. I want to see Bill Cosby in prison. Put him in prison.
You imagine 2 a.m. in a cell together?
Huh?
Just Bill Cosby going, and then she told, and then I come over, and Dick Cheney going, Dick Cheney get tired of it after a couple of weeks.
Well,
all right,
anybody would, yeah.
that's enough. And then she, but no, it wouldn't be that. It wouldn't be Bill Cosby trying to make them laugh. It'd be Bill Cosby. They'd be lecturing each other,
Well, yeah.
like humorlessly lecturing each other. You need to get your feet off the prison table when I come in. And he'd be like, when I come in, you need to pull your pants up.
Yeah, I don't think they'd get along in the same cell, no.
Be the worst odd couple ever. I don't even know who'd be Felix and who'd be Oscar.
Well, nobody likes either one of them right now, so nobody wants to begin with. Dick Cheney, like I said, his heart may be in the right place, but his face looks awful. And you got an awful face like that saying, I tortured, I'll torture again. You can't stop me from torturing. I'm going to torture every last one of you sons of, and coming out of that face, it don't look good for him.
It really does erase all the goodwill in those statements, just his face.
Very much, yeah.
It's sort of like the Grinch. Like, you don't see this part of the story, but after the Grinch starts to love Christmas,
Yeah.
or whatever it's called,
His face
Christmas?
changes.
Or is it like Who Day, Life Day, whatever?
Grinch's face changes, yeah.
It changes. Does it change? His heart changes. Does his face change too?
He smiles, at
But
first.
it's a weird smile.
He look weird anyway. He's a monster. It don't matter.
But that's what I'm saying. Nobody gonna trust him. Grinch be saying, I love Christmas. I love Christmas. I'm gonna let my sick dog go. Run free. And people be like, well, what's he up to?
Yeah. That's the kind of way Cheney looks, because, people, that's what they're doing now. He's on every channel, sitting there just saying how much he torture people and how he's going to, that he glad he did it and this, and they're sitting, well, something ain't right about that. And it's just because of the way his face looks.
Like, if somebody else is saying that, we'd say, give that man the Medal of Honor.
Well, very well could be, depends on how they say it.
But it ain't going to be Dick Cheney.
No. That's the hand he dealt with, as I say.
Just like Ebenezer Scrooge. It's like, go buy the biggest goddamn goose you can.
Hey, watch your mouth.
And the kid's like, shut the fuck up.
Hey, what are you? That ain't no kind of Scrooge Christmas I seen. They don't talk like that.
And then Scrooge is like, I'm serious. He's like, well, why does your face look like that? He's like, I thought, just take his money and get me a goose. And kid's like, you can't. I ain't your slave. Get your own fucking goose.
Hey, I'm not going to hear it.
Because you try to do something good, but you got a mean face. Doesn't matter. Doesn't work. Good don't work with mean face.
Well, that's true. The people just going to look.
Dick Cheney needs one of them. If he really wants to change America's minds on torture, he needs one of them Mission Impossible masks before he goes on the Sunday news shows. So he can make his case.
That's how some actors are. They play somebody bad. They always seem bad, like Hannibal Lecter eats people. It don't matter what movie he's in. He seems like somebody that eats somebody to me.
Even in Thor.
He looked like, he always looked mean.
If Dick Cheney went on the Sunday news shows with one of the Mission Impossible masks on him, and he made, like, looking like a kindly older uncle. And they're like, oh, you made some good points. I think you may have changed a lot of Americans' minds on torture.
Yeah.
And then he takes that mask off and like, it was me, Dick Cheney, the whole time. Be like Scooby-Doo, but only the bad guy wins because of the mask.
Yeah. There wasn't no torture on Scooby-Doo. You didn't put that on cartoons for nobody.
I remember a lot of, what am I remembering then? Where Shaggy was bound up and screaming.
What?
Porn Scooby-Doo.
All right.
Porn Scooby-Doo.
I don't want
Sorry,
to know
I was
anything.
like, what was that? I
All
thought
right.
there was torture on Scooby-Doo, but it was just
I
bondage scene in
I
porn
don't want to
Scooby-Doo.
hear about it. That ain't conversation I want to have. I'd rather hear about torture than Scooby-Doo, whatever.
Well, that's what's the matter with America, Jackie.
Well, maybe. I don't know anymore. Hell, I don't know.
Shit, we're nearly an hour into this and we ain't done our sponsors yet.
Well, you start running your mouth about how you hate Christmas.
And we wind up talking about torture. Well, we got the news in. Let's just play the song.
What? Put the song on now and then do the sponsors?
Yeah, let's put the song on. And
But
then
you're
do
supposed
the
to do sponsors before the song.
Before the song. But this time we started talking, but we did
All
the
right.
little bit where we do some small talk.
Right, fine.
And then we did the part where...
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, it's Jackie Bros.
Hey, everybody, it's Dunlap.
I got a good sponsor for this. This and here we're done. Everybody knows Mushin's department store over there off of Square. You've been in there. We grew up. It's been there forever. We went through some renovations here recently due to
The troubles.
troubles
Some
we had here in
fires and
Murfreesboro. But it's still standing. Mushin's department store. This time of year is their busiest time of year. You won't need to get presents for your whole family, your daddy, your mama, and if you married, your wife and the youngins. And
Who else? Who else could you get Christmas presents
just
for?
we family. Innit?
Let's just name everybody that could be in your family. Aunts and
Aunt,
uncles.
uncle could be, niece, nephew.
Right.
Yeah. Second cousin, you go on.
Great nieces, great nephews.
Some people buy presents for their work. You've got Secret Santa.
Work families.
Yeah, work families. That's what they call it. Yeah. But if you have a Secret Santa, got to get up. Well, there's one place you can go and get something for everybody and not have to run all over town like crazy. And that's Mushin's department store. Everything in there, we got sales going on. They got toys for your children. They got after saves for your daddy or your husband or your uncle. Any of them, yeah. And, man, ties. Uncle needs a tie, anything like that.
Man gifts.
Yeah, that's what it be. And then there's boy gifts, little boy like toys, trucks, and, things like that.
Girls can like trucks, too.
Well, they can, yeah, but then if you won't get that, you can get that for your girl. If she may like a little dolly, too, though. That's maybe what
Sure.
she wants.
Some little boys like dollies.
Well, you get whatever, if they're your children, whatever you want, just get it for them. You can get it right there at Mushin's department store. And if you can't sneak away and you won't get your youngin' a present, but you can't, you can't afford babysitter or, can't go while they're in school, you got to tag along, well, you can sneak around them in a way which way you want because your children ain't going to go but one place when they go on there, and that's the Talking Christmas Gift. It's been a tradition there at Mushin's department store for years and years. And you go in there and children just take your child right up to the, you go buy a present, take it out to the car, come back in, get your kid. They still be there trying to guess what's in the old Talking Christmas Gift.
I ain't been to the Talking Christmas Gift in a long time.
I took you when you was a young'un. I remember it's been there for years and years. Different.
Let me see if it's
different voice people,
Let me see if I can remember how this worked, Jackie. You tell me if I'm wrong. You go in, and right there in the center of Mushin's department store,
yeah,
they got the Talking Christmas Gift. And it's a big present.
Big wrapped up pretty paper, a big bow on top, but like it got big eyes on it, mouth.
and the mouth don't move, but there's a speaker in the mouth.
Yeah.
And somebody somewhere is sitting with a microphone.
Well, it's for children, yeah.
Is it in the present?
I don't know if they inside of it or somewhere else in the store, but they got to have a camera or something because it can see you, what you doing out there.
Well, there's that always at the Talking Christmas Gift, there's always that one person dressed all in black with a face too, hiding in the corner of the department store. Like you can kind of see him, and it's kind of creepy, but people always said, oh, he's here for protection. I figured that was who was talking, but that may have just been an extra added bonus.
I don't know. It could be a security guard or anything like that. I don't remember.
Because I never seen them holding a microphone, but they could have been distracted like a magic trick. Because they creeping and crawling and slinking around, going up, hiding in clothes racks.
What? I don't remember seeing any of that. I don't know where these people were. If they either inside or outside of it, looking up through the mirrors or whatever. See, because we could see the children. It'd say, "Hey there," like for you when you went there. I never forget. It said, "Hey there, little Tubby." Well,
why would you bring that up?
Well, that's what it said, didn't it? What do you want me to lie? You want to make something else up?
Talking Christmas Gift, and the thing is, you have to guess what's in the Talking Christmas Gift. Talking Christmas Gift goes, "What's in me? What's in me?"
Yeah. And it's a game for the children. Children say that, usually a child says what it wants for Christmas in hopes. That's what it is, because I think you win it. But nobody ever wins it. You just get like a little, but you get candy. You go up and get your handful out of the bowl.
And you get to go in the box.
If you win, yeah. But I don't remember anybody winning.
Well, remember, because that's when the man dressed all in black with the black face comes over and lifts up the lid of the box and then takes a child and silently puts the child in the box. Oh, that's right.
They did. Yeah. I may not have been around. I remember that now. They
I
pick
only
them
saw
up.
It happen one time.
But, yeah. That's what it was. He opened it up and dragged a youngin' in there and come in and get your prize, if you guess it, whatever it was,
Come in. You win. Come in. That's what he says.
That's what,
Or she says, I'm not sure.
I think sometimes the voice is a little different. I think sometimes man did the voice, sometimes woman did the voice. I think it was high, like cartoon voice, whatever.
So basically, there's just somebody sitting behind like a two-way mirror in there somewhere. That must be where they got the microphone.
Yeah, something like that. But, kids don't know. It's fun for kids. And I'm telling you, if you got to go shopping for your children and you can't get rid of them, you set them right there in front of that, the Talking Christmas Gift right there in the middle of Muslims. That's going to keep them occupied, keep children occupied for hours. Because, they engage with, guess what's inside me. And the children like to play, guess names of toys and stuff like that.
And you, as a kid, you like to see how other people react. Like when you stand in line to see Santa Claus, you like to see, like, how's this kid gonna handle it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, first time. Yeah, that somebody made that years ago back in the news when that was a big deal. Remember, because the news would go down there. Everybody's here at Muslim's department store, talk to the Christmas gift, and they put it together, a little story on it, and it would just be the reactions of children's faces, listening to the Christmas gift talk to it. Yeah.
And didn't he have a show on local Murfreesboro TV?
He didn't have a show, but there was that talk. The local. It was a local like talk show it was on. The show was already on, but whoever it was, what was his name? Bill, it was local.
Barry Nutt?
Bill Barrynut, that's it. He was on there for years and years. Couldn't remember his name. But he was on there. He took ill, and it was around the holidays, so they brought in the Talking Christmas Gift to host that.
Now, honestly, I don't know why they didn't have the Talking Christmas Gift host it instead of Bill Barrynut.
Well, that's
anyway.
They did. That's what you say. You thought it had its own show because there was one time he took sick and it wasn't holiday time. But it was like, I don't know. It was.
Well, because the ratings really went up.
Like, April, yeah. It's April time. But he would, it was a show where they just talked to local local people, local news stuff. I didn't watch it all the time. I always got up, put on radio Teddy Bart, but it come on in the morning before a while there. I looked at it. That's why I couldn't remember old Bear Nut's name because I watched it when everybody did when the Christmas Gift hosted it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think his ratings were a lot higher than Bill Berrynut, so I guess there was talk about having the Talking Christmas Gift host.
It was. It became more of a game show as opposed to just what are you doing at the local theater?
Yeah, Bill Berrynut on there. First of all, Bill Berrynut owned a jewelry store. Why is he on my TV asking a preacher, about a damn bake sale?
Yeah. Just something he did on the side, yeah, but he wasn't too good at it, I say right now. He'd ask what kind of watch you got on, it ended up being, like you said, about jewelry, usually.
And I don't know what did he own. He must have bought a lot of advertising for.
Because it seemed like just a commercial. Most of it seemed like a long commercial. I mean, he would say what the Murfreesboro Play Actors Club were doing that month and have an actor come on
there,
sing a song or
do
something
a monologue.
That. Yeah, but it was pretty much just kind of dull. You having to say, it wasn't that. He wasn't that exciting fella to watch.
No, and he didn't even. I don't know why he kept having Murfreesboro Play Actors Club on there. Because remember they had him come in. Diary of Anne Frank, and they did some scenes from that, and he's like, I don't get it. But to each their own. It's this weekend at the Murfreesboro Play Actors Club, Diary of Anne Frank.
You just get any kind of publicity you want, so, yeah. But
Bill Berrynut on the Burrow, when the Talking Christmas Gift hosted it.
That was, you watch it. Like I said, it became like a game show. It wasn't just like, when you doing this or what are you. It was a game, like, what's in me? What's in, whoever it was, different people from the town. Yeah.
And it threw people off because they was that preacher who was talking about, we're having a bake sale. We're trying to raise money. We were trying to send some kids to Africa to have a witness. And what's in me? And he'd say, I don't know. Cereal? Remember that? That's a blooper they play a lot. And Talking Christmas Gift, cereal.
Everybody laugh, yeah.
Cereal. He was like kind of Steve Harvey. Like Talking Christmas Gift when he got on TV, he really loosened up. And he was like playing around with them. He was like, what's in me? What's in me? And he had that couple that run the damn drive-in movie theater. And they were like, I don't know. And then they held hands and go, looks like you two need to get a room.
Yeah, it was good. I remember watching it. Yeah. It was always good when Talking Christmas Gift was hosting. Yeah. Just brought something all different to the show,
And Bill Berrynut, what was it called? Bill Berrynut on the Burrow?
It was on the Burrow, yeah.
Out and About the Burrow, Out and About with Bill Berrynut.
Something like that, yeah.
Out and About in the Burrow with Bill Berrynut. And then when he came back after his accident and Talking Christmas Gift left, it was called Burrow Nut.
Nobody watched it.
No, and he was trying to do like a Wally George thing. Just get mad at people. So then he'd have the preacher on, and he said, well, we're having a bake sale. We're trying to send some kids to Africa. Like, Africa? You ask me, that's their problem. And like, nobody liked you when you were nice. Who's going to like you mean?
When you mean, just made it worse, yeah.
So.
But Talk Christmas, if they was talking, it was going to be something mushrooms in the local, I don't know, cable, something that couldn't work out a deal or whatever. But you could still see it during holiday time right there in mushrooms. And I think sometimes they run a highlight reel or something like that, like when whoever's running the
when you wait
gift, yeah. When they got to go to the bathroom or whatever, they just got TV. They'll run the highlights reel of when Bill Berrynut on the Burrow when it was hosting.
So that's the Talking Christmas Gift at Mushums.
Down at Mushums, yeah. Get down there. Kids would love it. It's fun. I may go down there. It's been years since I seen it too, so I may go down there and just to watch the clips from the show, because that's when as they say, in your element or whatever. That was the best thing that Talking Gift ever did.
Jackie, let's talk about parenting.
Huh?
I got a sponsor this week, Jackie. Let's talk about parenting.
Parenting, yeah.
What kind of parent do you want to be?
What?
You want to be the kind of indulgent parent that makes your kid feel like they special.
They're spoiled rotten, yeah.
Spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
Entitlement, people, is what it's called. You want them to grow up and be like, I deserve this. I want this because I deserve this.
Yep.
You want them to grow up and ruin it for the rest of us? You want me to have to deal with your piece of shit kid
Hey.
for the rest of my life?
What?
Because you wouldn't step in and show it that life ain't fair? Or do you want to be the type of responsible parent who brings children up into this world knowing that they have to make it better for themselves
Yeah.
and for other people? That
More
you
people
got to work.
should instill that in their youngins. I'll say that, yeah.
You don't get shit handed to you.
All right, watch your mouth.
You got to go out there and earn it. Do you want something, kid? Do you want something? Well, then go out there and fucking earn it.
All right, what are you trying
Stand there with your hand out. Hand out. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Well, why don't you shit in one hand
Hey, all right, I'm not going to. I hear
and
what you're
walk
saying.
in the other one
I don't want to hear the
and see
language.
which one fills up with shit fast?
All right, enough. I'm not going to sit here and listen to that. Get
The
to.
hand you're shitting in.
All right.
So, folks, if you want to be the right kind of parent, you're going to want to get down to the Christmas cottage with your arms loaded up with all the pointless garbage you bought your children for Christmas. Children in tow, crying, what is happening? What is happening? Go around the makeshift temporary Christmas cottage trailer to the back, incinerator in the back. Pay Kelly and Carter Tepper, owners of the Christmas cottage, the money to burn your children's presents before their own watery eyes. They need to see that life ain't fair and you don't get everything you want. Sometimes you get it and your parents have spent money on it, and then they go down to the Christmas cottage, incinerator in the back, and pay Kelly and Carter Tepper a little more money so they can burn it in front of you. You know what you did. That's the Christmas cottage.
They usually burn those trees back there, but they putting it to good use because I know a lot of youngins that probably need their presents burned up and maybe teach them a thing or two.
Well, as we've said on here before, the Christmas cottage generally only burns trees, but there is a slim margin of profit in only burning Christmas trees. They did not realize it would really only be from like January, let's say, 9th to like December 26th. That's
Take your tree down there. Yeah.
week and a half, 2 weeks tops.
Well, at least this is still something Christmas, though. So they
It's
still.
Christmas related. They
Yeah.
had a brainstorm. They're like, okay, let's really hammer on parents that their children don't deserve anything.
Well, not all children need the presents burned up, but I know there's a few. If I had that tool years ago, I may not, be in the situation I am now. If I, spare the
Maybe.
rod, as what I said, all that. If you go down there and watch everything burn up and cry your eyes out, maybe you learn a thing or two.
You talking about with Jackie Jr.?
All right, enough. I didn't say none of that. I don't want to bring it up. But if you got a young'un out there buck wild and think they know everything,
Oh, they're the shit. That's what they think. I'm the shit. I
Hey.
deserve all this.
Don't-
Look at me. I'm Mr. Hot Shit.
enough. I don't need to say the language. You
Ooh-wee,
don't.
I'm the hottest shit in the second grade.
Hey, I don't want to hear the
Fuck
language.
you.
I don't put it past second graders to talk like that these days. Probably do, but I don't want to hear it out of you. I don't want to hear it out of them.
Well, you take Mr. Hot Shit
Hey,
by the hand. I don't want to encourage violence against children. Gently by the hand. But you say, look here, you son of a bitch.
hey.
We're going in this closet. See all this? This is all the presents you were going to get. You think you're hot shit? I'll show you some hot shit.
Say hot crap, all right? I don't want to hear it over and over again.
You think you're hot crap?
Yeah.
I'll show you some hot crap. We're going to put all this crap in the incinerator behind the Christmas cottage. It's going to get so hot, it's going to burst into flames.
Yep.
And then you're going to cry. And maybe, if you start making things up to me and acting like you deserve it, I'll get you like a Hershey bar.
Well, give them a second chance. We'll see what happens next Christmas and see how you behave,
Some of them Starburst candy canes. Possibly. I don't know. I'm not trying to write a script for your own negotiations with your own children. All I'm recommending is to go down there. You don't have to burn everything.
You could just, one gift
One
be
thing.
bad enough. Yeah, you don't have to burn everything up underneath.
Just to teach them a lesson.
Yeah, children these days need to be taught something. I'm glad Christmas cards down there offering something like that.
You're helping Kelly and Carter Tepper, small business in Murfreesboro, stay in business one more year. Honestly, they don't know what they're going to do. They have one more idea that instead, if people have been reluctant to spend money on gifts for their kids and then come down here and throw it in the incinerator, even though they are finding that a lot of parents hate their children and don't think they deserve any presents. They're just reluctant to. They're like, well, we could give this to charity. We could make them watch that, and then maybe they learn about charity. But, that does not put money in the pockets of the people who own the incinerator.
Can't live on charity. You can't do it.
So they are thinking about brainstorming a character. Call him Lil Tommy.
What?
They don't have a name yet, but they're thinking about Lil Tommy.
Lil Tommy?
The meanest boy in town.
Oh, yeah.
And get somebody from the Murfreesboro Play Actors Club to portray him. And what he'd do is it'd be sort of one of those interactive theater things. They'd enroll him in, say, 2nd or 3rd grade, and he'd go to school with people, and he'd, bully them. He'd call them names. He'd be a real son of a bitch.
All right.
He'd be sexist, racist, homophobic, bully, horrible. He'd be a thief and a charlatan. He'd find out what you loved, and he would mock it and belittle you. He'd find every crack in your damn armor. About like the cobbler man.
Oh, good Lord. I
like
wish
a
I could burn.
miniature fictionalized cobbler man.
Oh, good Lord. I wish I could see him get all of his Christmas burned up. That wouldn't faze him none, though. If he's so awful, he'd be like, yeah, burn some more, you son of a you-know-what. He wouldn't give a darn.
I wonder how he's doing.
I don't want to know. I want some of that cobbler, but I...
So, Lil Tommy, this fictionalized character, he'll spend some time out amongst you, the people, interactive theater, making you hate him, and then they'll have a day before Christmas, which I believe is called Christmas Eve. They will have a Lil Tommy present burning where you bring stuff that's supposed to be a present for Tommy, and he's tied up, hanging over.
As to what? Say, yeah, I see what it is. You act like that, you get your stuff burned up. That's what, yeah.
Right.
That Little Tommy is, I like that. That's clever right there. They're pretty smart.
Well,
I hope this gets some, gets people down. I mean, there's a lot of youngins, like I said, I know act up and needs to be taught a thing or two, this next generation. So that's a good opportunity they give them. But I tell you, I'm glad they're offering that service, but if they just burn up trash all year round, they could.
It's a zoning thing. I bring that up again. Like, why can't you just burn trash here? And they're like,
well,
we're not zoned for it.
A wrapped up, if it's got whatever toy you burning up, is all people get steroids, remote control cars, or everything else. If they could burn that up, what keeps them from burning up garbage? Like, you can even keep it Christmas, because every Christmas, if you have a big Christmas, you got all that
Christmas
wrapping paper.
Garbage, yeah.
Yeah, just tons of Christmas garbage. Take that down there
Christmas garbage.
They pass that on to them. I mean,
I'll let them know. Maybe it's just semantics. Maybe if they call it Christmas garbage, they can burn it. I don't know. You can't fight City Hall. Mayor Bane Jekyll's been pretty clear on this.
Yeah. He's so far so good. I do what he says, but I don't. If you could, it's the same thing as trash. If they're burning up brand new presents, it's plastic and metal. I mean, all kinds of presents. I mean, if you're burning that up, you might as well be burning tires. It don't make
Some people get tires for Christmas, and then you take the old tires off, and you're like, well, that's kind of Christmas tires.
What I'm thinking is, if people are out there, and if there's something about, like you said, semantics, whatever, if you got a bunch of garbage you need to burn up, just wrap it all up in Christmas boxes and take it down there.
Plus, if you have garbage that's not Christmas related, but is at Christmas time, it seems like that's still Christmas garbage too. Seems like any garbage you produce from after Thanksgiving until January 9th is Christmas garbage.
It's a little ways you got to go out to the dump. You know, some people got to drive out there and dump stuff. If you could do it right there, Christmas card, I'm telling you, they'd make money hand over fist. But I don't run that kind of incinerating holiday business, so I don't know. I don't see why if you can burn one thing and not burn the other. I don't.
Maybe it's got something to do, semantics. Maybe it's because they're calling themselves Christmas Cottage, the incinerator in the back, that if they took Christmas out of their name and just called themselves regular Cottage Incinerator in the back, then they could burn any kind of garbage, Christmas or regular.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like the name of it, and you know, they have some nice decorations inside. It ain't much, you know.
No, especially since it burnt down during the Troubles, and they just got that trailer.
Yeah.
It's hard to. I ain't saying nothing against people who got trailers, but it's hard to make a trailer festive.
Well, you know, it's got lights on it and stuff. It looks better than a regular trailer, I'd say. I mean, the Christmas is why, you know, when you go, there's Christmas Cottage, you know, and you look, I got anything, you know, goes through your head, I got anything, usually a tree or whatever I could burn up there.
And now something about the way the windows and doors on the trailer, Christmas Cottage trailer, are set up, it creates a wind tunnel effect. And when that black smoke starts rising when they get a Christmas tree, which is rare, but that black smoke starts to go straight up in the air, and then like on Lost, Smoke Monster just makes a beeline straight for that trailer and goes right in there. Something about just the way the windows are set up, wind tunnel, black smoke, so it's all kind of sooty in there. So they think about calling it the inside of the chimney. Like, here's what Santa Claus sees, because that smoke has killed the mistletoe and the holly and the wreaths.
Yeah.
And they had to burn all that, and that's just added expense. They don't make money burning their own stuff.
Well, no, I don't guess so, yeah.
But they got to fire up that incinerator, so they're losing money on this deal at this point. So if you hate your children, bring your present down there. Christmas Cottage, incinerator in the back. Gonna check on Christmas garbage for them. Maybe that's something them and Mayor Bane Jekyll can work out in the spirit of the season.
Well, spirit of the season, we all should be in that, no matter how much you want to change or not. I hope all y'all out there having a good holiday, even with all the terrible stuff that Obama's doing to the world. We got to take just a step back and just say, well, at least we still got Christmas. And as long as we still have it, I'm going to be enjoying the birth of the baby Jesus, and I hope all y'all out there doing it too. I hope you youngins ain't acting up, and you don't have to burn the Christmas presents, but if they are, at least, you know, we got an option there now, and take them on down if they're behaving good. Take them on down at
Musham's
department store and let them.
This episode sponsors was all about the children.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got bad ones or good ones. You got to do something, right?
Goofus, he goes down, gets his presents burnt. Gallant, he's down there looking at the talking Christmas gift.
He's guessing it. Yeah, he's guessing everything, what's in there. So, yeah, there's a lot of things for children to do on the holidays, but you adults have a good holiday, too. Taking them children, well, I know it'd be hard to have a good time. Maybe, you know, if they are real, but if a child is, you are having a good time watching that stuff get burned up. Yeah, if they learn a lesson.
Oh, important. But this is an aside, but they wanted me to mention it. It's not, usually you can watch people burn their stuff. Like they charge you admission that somebody brings a tree down there, you can sit down there and watch the tree. What they have found is that when the particularly mean children watch other children's stuff get burned up, it makes them meaner.
That's just going to cause more trouble, yeah. One family at a time, yeah.
They've seen like their evil face lit up by the flames of other children's misfortune, and they say it's horrifying. And it's like watching like 10 little Hitlers being born.
Good Lord. And that's nothing I won't have on Christmas any time of the year, but y'all thank you for listening to all this. We're doing an extra long one, I guess, because of the holidays.
That's why.
Yeah.
For the holidays.
Yeah. Just for Christmas, a little extra for Christmas, as they say. And we got some surprises that don't want to give nothing away. But y'all keep coming back and tell other people come listen. Christmas time's probably the best time to listen to this, I guess, besides early Christmas like it is now. But we got some surprises coming up, so y'all be sure and listen up coming next week.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to.
I don't want to give it away.
Big Christmas surprise.
Christmas surprise. Everybody likes Christmas surprise. I guess me and you's right now just like the talking Christmas gift. Just what's in me?
Yeah, can you guess what's in me?
What's in me? Come back next week. Just find out what's in me. That's what it says. Yeah.
What's in us? Come next week. You'll find out.
That's right. So Merry Christmas. Appreciate your rating reviews. I still remember I'm getting computers, Facebooks, and the Twitters, and iTunes. Get on all that and rates and reviews, and just have a good Christmas. Try not to. Dick Cheney pretty soon probably be over until he writes a book on torture, which we know what's coming, but, he'll write his own.
He'll, why are you trying to take Christmas away from us? Sarah Palin book. His will be like keeping torture alive.
Well,
don't forget about torture.
So he'll be off the news here pretty soon, and again, I ain't saying it got nothing to do with partisan. It's just the way his face look, the way he sounds, and then torture just makes it worse. So he'll be off TV here pretty soon, hopefully. And we'll all have a good Christmas. And if he is, just turn it off.